Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is November 12th of 2024. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears that CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage a made-for-TV assassination event, terror attack, or assassination event surrounding the meeting between U.S. President Joseph R. Biden and U.S. President-elect Donald J. Trump in Washington, D.C. on the date of November 13th, 2024. So before I get into what possible scenarios are planned for this historic meeting between the current and future President of the United States, I just want to speak briefly in respect to the numerology. So the date of November 13th marks exactly 28,642 days since Donald J. Trump was born in Queens, New York, back on June 14th of 1946. So this, obviously, the Powerball number, the last two numbers is 42 or 24 backwards, which is the letter X, which is international symbol of death. This also contains the number 62, which is 26, which is equals Z, which is an acronym for Zionism, which is the political motivation behind this impending attack or terror event. In respect to one Joseph R. Biden, this particular date marks 29,944 days since Biden was born in Scranton, Pennsylvania, back on November 20th of 42, and this features the 44 Powerball. This is DD, 44 equals DD, which is dead as in died, and then it obviously has flanked by the 2 and the 4, which is also the letter X, which is international symbol of death. So, breaking news and events suggest that the CIA plans to eliminate both presidents at the same time during some sort of event. So exactly what type of attack or assassination or terror event is planned for this historic meeting is not known, but the most likely scenario is that the CIA stages some sort of sniper assassination, possibly a poisoning event, a bombing, such as an IED or a VBIED, like a truck bomb, a chemical attack, a kidnapping or hostage crisis, a mass shooting, a missile strike, possibly Iranian or Russian in nature, a drone strike, possibly Iranian, a shoot-down event targeting Donald J. Trump coming into D.C. or out of D.C., or some sort of 9/11-style CBRN-related attack. That being said, back in 2013, the CIA released this propaganda film entitled Olympus Has Fallen, which is about a North Korean-backed attack on Washington, D.C., namely the White House. And considering that Russia has employed, I believe, up to 5,000 or 50,000 North Korean troops in Ukraine, some sort of most likely executed by Taiwanese special forces posing as North Korean special forces targeting the White House is expected, possibly, like I said, North Korean or Russian in nature. There's also the possibility that the CIA will stage some sort of so-called natural disaster or accidental event surrounding this meeting, possibly a man-made earthquake attack, an asteroid or comet strike targeting Washington, D.C., some sort of a fire, possibly arson in nature, or some sort of vehicular accident targeting Donald J. Trump traveling to or from Washington, D.C. from Palm Beach, Florida, possibly a car accident, a limo accident, a plane accident, or a helicopter-related accident. There's also the realistic possibility that the CIA is going to stage some sort of a medical-related event targeting Joseph R. Biden or Donald J. Trump during this historic meeting, possibly under the guise of an accidental or timely brain aneurysm, heart attack, stroke, a slip and fall, a COVID-19 infection, a seizure, which results in coma, paralyzation, or surgery. There's also the realistic possibility that the CIA is going to stage some sort of physical altercation between Biden and Trump, most likely featuring Trump as the alleged aggressor, and this may result in Joe Biden blood clot, hemorrhage, seizure, or death event. Basically, they would frame Trump for a physical assault. There's also the possibility that when Trump comes into the White House to meet with Biden, that the Secret Service or the White House security will restrain Trump, and that they claim that Trump became violent or aggressive or something to that effect, which they previously tried to do when Trump was arraigned at the Fulton County Courthouse in Atlanta, Georgia, in the aftermath of the Fani Willis investigation. There's also the possibility that Biden or Trump may choke on something, have an allergic reaction, or Biden could die under the guise of old age. In the event that the CIA does forego a direct attack on the meeting in Washington, D.C., or fails to stage some sort of a medical-related event or a physical assault, they will likely resort to Plan B or C or D, which would be to stage an FBI, DHS, or U.S. Marshals related arrest raid targeting Donald J. Trump, ETL, for crimes he did not commit. And so coincidentally, the date of November 13th marks 828 days since the CIA staged the FBI raid targeting Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach, Florida, back on August 8th. That's 8/8 of 22. And this features 828 days. This is called reflective numerology. The number 88 is inherent to Switzerland, which was the modern state of Switzerland was founded in 1848. And when you bring two 8s together, you get the Swiss cross in the middle. And so it's highly likely that the CIA is going to stage some sort of an arrest raid, which will likely turn into a Waco-like siege at Trump's hotel or at the airport, in the tarmac, or Trump's plane. Like I said earlier, they might stage a terror event, and they may stage some sort of hijacking of Trump's Trump Force One when he lands in Washington, D.C. Regardless, this event could happen on the day of November 13th in Palm Beach, Florida, before Trump comes to Washington, D.C., while Trump is in Washington, D.C., or on the morning of November 14th. And they may arrest him for bribery, conspiracy, fraud, illegal campaign contributions, obstruction of justice, racketeering, etc. But the most likely event is that the CIA frames Trump for some sort of crime that's committed during this meeting. So Biden will likely bear false witness that Trump tried to bribe him, tried to make an offer to him, or tried to engage in some illegal, some sort of illegal action during this time at the White House. Coincidentally, Melania Trump is not going to be attending this meeting with Trump, so I'm not sure who's going to be in Trump's corner during this meeting, but some nefarious actions are in fact being planned. That being said, there was reports all over Drudge Report and other news outlets today that there's an ongoing conspiracy, what they call a left-wing conspiracy, that Donald J. Trump stole the 2024 U.S. presidential election by employing Elon Musk and his Starlink satellites to alter votes. Now, I don't put too much weight or faith in this claim, but considering that Trump did win 7 out of 7 swing states and won the popular vote, and they won the House, and they won Congress, it's kind of a little bit overkill in my opinion. So they're likely going to fabricate some sort of crime, possibly cyber, possibly some sort of quid pro quo, voting for money, which is coincidentally what Elon Musk was doing in Pennsylvania, was having these $1 million giveaways for voters. And so they're likely going to claim that Trump was engaged in some illegal or nefarious activities surrounding the U.S. presidential election on November 5th, which allowed him to win in such a manner. In reality, America voted for him, in my opinion, but the CIA would likely have a different opinion on that. So, consequently, some sort of Trump campaign or U.S. presidential election related crimes will likely be fabricated by the CIA in Switzerland to basically provide the timely motive for an FBI, DHS, or U.S. Marshals based arrest raid targeting Donald J. Trump, either in Washington, D.C., or when he returns to Palm Beach, Florida, or another location. on the date of November 13th or the date of November 14th, likely in the morning. Obviously, Trump would not survive this, and this would be specifically designed to trigger a civil war in the United States in the aftermath of a Trump arrest, assassination, or death event. So just to recap, historic meeting on November 13th, Washington, D.C., meeting between Joseph R. Biden, Donald J. Trump, and some sort of an event is planned. Like I said, I went over the scenarios, but the reality is that the CIA is absolutely foaming at the mouth to get rid of both of these men. Biden is obviously already basically a zombie, and then Trump is the future president of the United States. So what better way than to clip both of them at the same time in some sort of accident, terror event, assassination event designed to trigger World War III. So obviously, in the event that either president is harmed in any form or fashion, or any sort of an attack or terror event is executed surrounding this meeting, or Trump is arrested for crimes he did not commit on the date of November 13th or the date of November 14th, I kindly ask that you download this video and share with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence communities, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets. Peace.